Alright, so here I'm in SQL Server Management Studio, and let's see how we can get an export done via the import export wizard. So now I am in my database instance, and here as you can see, there are basically two databases that are present. So here I'm going to go to my test data. From this I'm going to be exporting one of the tables. So let's go to tasks, export data. It opens up the SQL Server import export wizard. If in case you're running it for a longer time, or you're basically doing it back to back, so you don't need to basically have this welcome screen, you can just select it to ignore the starting screen. When I click next, it is first asking me to change the data source or to select my data source from here. Now you can see there are plenty of the options that are available here. So we have the .NET Framework, Microsoft Access, Excel, or you also have this OLEDB. So I'm basically going to select it for SQL Server. Open up the properties. Now here you will get the list of all the servers that are present. Now since I have only one server that is present here, so I'm just going to go ahead with it. I need to enter the information into logging on to the server. So I'm just selecting it as Windows authentication. If I need to include a strong encryption, I can select it. Now within this, I need to select the database. Now here I have the list of databases that I'm selecting. I have test data. So it will look into test data and will basically select a table or a view from there. So just test the connection. Okay. Next. Now it is asking me to choose a destination. Now the destination is basically going to be my Excel file. So I have my Excel file ready with me. I can basically either enter the file path, or I can choose to browse and to basically locate my file and add it onto this. And I need to change the Excel version according to the version that I have. So it's a 2016 and above file. It will say that either you want to copy or write a query. So I'm selecting copy option because I need to copy the entire data that is present within it. It's a small table, so it doesn't matter. Next it is asking me to change, select which table or view that I want to. So within it, I have this customers table. I can preview it. So you can see there was Harold Baines, which we had added long back. So I have it. I can even change to edit mapping. I can change that, say for example, the first name or the long name needs to be changed, the first name or the last name, then that also can be changed. So as of now, let me just keep it as it is. I'm just clicking on OK. From here, let me click on next. Now here it will say that, there are basically some source or destination, types, the data types that is going to be changed will basically cause an error. So that is why you basically need to show that what exactly is going to happen. So if there are any errors, let me choose to ignore them. As well as if any data is getting truncated, also I can choose to ignore them. Now since it is a small table, I'm okay with it. If not, then you can just go back, review your table, review the data types that is going to get changed. In that case, you can basically update it. I am choosing it to run it immediately. Otherwise, you can even store it as a package which can be used when you are actually running a test program or something. Next, it says click finish to perform the following action. So I can just review this part. I can say that, okay, from where to where is it getting updated? So just click on finish. And as you can see, there was only one row in that. So one row is transferred. So you basically get it in the message. And this is basically how the copying has been done. So this is an export that has copied the data from my SQL Server Management Studio. That means from my database onto my Excel file.